I'm Cash, and welcome back to Cash Talks Football, where we break down all the goals scored in the Premier League. Premier League, yes, let's get our words out. Today it's Nottingham Forest against Manchester City, as Forest are really pushing forward, to secure that number 2 spot, definitely number 3, in their bid to play Champions League next year, putting a lot of pressure on teams around them to compete and play at their standards. And they're going along the wayside. Drew last week with Arsenal 0-0, now beating last year's champions Man City 1-0. Nottingham Forest are the real deal this season. Like, I hope they get Champions League and they keep this going. Before we break into the goal, though, there's a couple of little moments I want to go over. And one of them is this challenge against Phil Foden here. It's very important. First off, we've got a Man City moaner here, right? If you ever watch Man City, he will be moaning all of the time. Not a captain, shouldn't be talking to the ref, but still asking for a red card because that's what he does. It's always moaning. And this is absolutely a brilliant picture, which you can see. Look, oh my God, there's the referee watching the game, watching the ball get struck, and he comes off and ends up hitting Foden. I mean, I wouldn't even be giving this as a foul, for crying out loud. You've got two people going for the ball. Bump, there you go. He's kicked the ball and has followed through. It's caught the leg. I mean, it's not even a foul. It's just not. But yeah, Premier League and people asking for things that shouldn't be a thing. Shouldn't be a red card. Shouldn't be anything. Shouldn't be a yellow card. Shouldn't even be a foul. You've kicked the ball and you've followed through and hit the player, and you're going at full pace. It's not like you've kicked the ball and then you've got, and then you've stood on the player or something like that. No. This is just a tackle. And complaining and moaning like the Man City players were, I think it's just absolutely disgraceful. But let's just move it on. There's not many bits to pick and pull apart from the highlights, but I do want to show you Chris Woodinho here. Chris Wood's coming in and holding the ball up. And watch what Manchester City players actually do when he receives the ball. This is very interesting. Look, loads of space, loads of time on the ball. As it rolls to him, 1, 2, 3 players. Nobody actually goes to engage him, because they're not strong enough to win the ball off him. As soon as he's actually got possession, they're all just stopped, waiting to stop a passing lane or an actual pass, but actually going to tackle and try to win the ball back. They're like, well, no, he's too big and strong. We just can't do that. And you can see right here, all 3 of them are looking at him. Look, watch, let him have the ball. Just let him have it. Just let him have it. We can't do anything. And then they let him pass it. Yeah, it's pretty poor from their sort of defensive standpoint. But I don't know if it's whether or not they've got that much sort of it's not presence is not the word I'm looking for. Respect is probably the right sort of way for Chris Woods to go, well, we're just not going to win the ball off him. Just let him have it and we'll try to win the next pass. But that isn't good enough from Man City's point of view if they want to actually try to get into the top 4 this season and hold it, while you're seeing a Nottingham Forest pushing forward for the Champions League. So I want you to watch this right here. We're looking at this. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 players. And when you play this sort of pressing type of football, trying to win the ball back in the opposing third, right? So think about in that sort of area. In class, this is zone A, B, and then C, depending on which way you're doing it. You can get beaten so easily when a team is actually honest and they hold players wide, they keep their shape properly, and they're able to release their players. And when they do release those players, they've got a little bit of pace and power, but more importantly, good quality and control to receive the ball, to exploit that space that they've created for themselves just by holding their shape. And that's what's happened here. I think it's Callum Hudson-Odoi over here, wide, receiving that long raking pass. There's the back 3, 4. Not sure exactly what Man City's trying to do at the moment. Are they playing a back 5 with a dropping wing back on the left-hand side? I'm not sure, but either way, they're giving this pocket of space for Callum Hudson-Odoi. And right now, he's got no business scoring a goal, right? Let's be honest. If you see him out there wide, it's no disrespect to Callum Hudson-Odoi. Like, even if you look at Mo Salah out there or great player on that side, you're going to go, meh. He's got a chance to score, but not really. He's got a lot of work to do. Chance, but he's so far away from the 18-yard box. He's going to run in. A defender's going to be able to get to him. He's not going to be able to get his shot off. There's lots of other variables before you think, yeah, he's got the ball, he's going to score. Now, this is something that infuriates me with a modern footballer, because they can't actually play the game. And yes, it does come from the coaching. Yes, it's massive. There's lots of problems in football that people really don't understand and acknowledge properly. So you see he is running back this way, and you see the footballers there. He's got no interest in trying to actually stop Callum Hudson-Odoi getting inside the 18-yard box, all right? There's almost like a little gap. You see that? He can meet him in that zone there and try to put in a tackle before there. He's got no interest. He's just jogging back in his shape. Couldn't care less about the football. Couldn't care less about trying to win the ball. And he's just jogging back. Look, look, look. You see that? Just absolutely jogging back. Now, you've got to remember, from the point where he received the ball from here to here, there's absolutely zero pressure from Man City. Okay, now you can go, okay, yeah, but the first part, so when he received it from about here to about here, he earned that space for staying high and wide, and his first touch wasn't good anyway. It bounced and skipped up from him. He still had to, have more time to bring it down and receive it. So he earned a little bit of space, but the rest of it was given to him. And if you're going to give him this much space, he's already had a shot or two. And as I said, he doesn't have the right to be scoring here. There's no reason you're going, oh, it's a threat, because you're going to do the right things to stop those things happening. The right thing is to go towards the football and try and stop the shot. No interest whatsoever. Still no interest in trying to win the ball. Oh, look, and we're at that point now. Think of where he picked the ball up to where he is now. Still has not been challenged. There's no pressure on the ball whatsoever. None. He's been able to decide what he wants to do and been able to do anything he wants with the football at any opportunity. And that's what's happened. He gets all the way inside the box to this point, and you're going, yeah, but you're not going to score. And he goes, here, want to bet? Has a little go, bump. Never, ever should he be beating the keeper from there, and he does, and he gets the winner for his team. Well-deserved goal. Man City are absolutely poor. Nottingham Forest are going to be in the Champions League next year, and I'm going to do every single one of their games. And I'll see you next time on Cash Talks Football.